Mac, you have a fabulous exhibition there.
We really enjoy it, yes. It's been a lot of fun putting it up.
And those dinosaurs are so real looking. I mean, I don't know what they really look like, but they look real to me.
They're very realistic. They move, they growl. They're animatronic robots, and they're full-sized, and I think the people will love them.
I mean, and how many different ones? That's what I was surprised at, how many you
Well,
have.
not counting the babies hatching out of eggs, we have 17.
17, and they're all over the museum. So when you go in there, it's not just going to be this little one exhibit. You have to walk around the entire museum to see
You have to explore and discover them.
Yeah, and they are. There's a lot to discover. I thought one of the interesting things was the all-metal one that you have there.
Yeah, we wanted people to see how they worked. And so there's one...
Well, it's a science museum.
Yes, there's one without the skin on it, so that you can see the robotic mechanism underneath, and you can make it work, and you can make it growl, and you make it arms move or mouth closed, open, whatever.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And you brought some photos. Can we take a look at the photos, and maybe you can walk us through them? Well, that, of course, we know. Come see them.
Yeah, we're doing our special summer hours starting Friday. We'll be open 9 to 5 every day except Sunday, and that's noon to 5. This is not one of the moving dinosaurs. We have 2 photo op dinosaurs, a T-Rex head that you can stick, that you can actually put your head in its mouth and get your picture taken, or put your arm around it, or however you want.
Sure.
And that's from the Notion of Motion there, which is a really great hands-on exhibit all about motion from the Exploratorium.
And that's kind of in there as well. I mean,
yeah.
So you're immersed when you're there.
We had to squeeze in. We have 3 national traveling exhibits right now. We told everybody we'd do the hat trick here. So we have the IBM Think exhibit, which is really nice, and then we have the Notion of Motion exhibit, which is highly interactive. Then we have the dinosaurs, which is a special experience.
And you have partnered with the Exploratorium, San Francisco Exploratorium, which I think is really wonderful because it brings the exhibits here that we're not reinventing every exhibit.
Right, and it's really good for me because that's where I got my start, was at the Exploratorium.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. Long ago. But these are really great exhibits. It's a 5-year partnership, and this is the second set of exhibits, and we have 3. They're supposed to get better each year. So this is the second of the...
You had the vision last time, which was exceptional.
Right, right.
And now this one is the motion, which there were so many really neat things that, you know, it's for kids, but also adults.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, it's for people.
It's very hands-on, and it'll let you explore, and it's not one of these things where you push the button and something happens.
No.
You get to see actual things happening in nature, like how a sand dune forms or how clouds form. You can blow giant smoke rings.
I saw that we did that. It was like we pushed down and this big smoke ring comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking big smoke rings.
Chance to blow smoke rings without smoking.
Yeah, really much healthier.
Yeah.
Good.
You can see how avalanches start. There's a lot on pendulum motion that's really important in nature. There's some on the motion of electrons, believe it or not.
Yeah, and you had the one like sort of centrifugal.
Oh yeah, the wheel, the centrifugal force one, where you can balance different things on the wheel as it spins.
Yeah. Do you have any on centripetal force, the interior?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, there's all kinds of
Right.
forces, right? We need to look at them all.
A lot about waves and just motion in nature. I mean, in school you learn all the abstract things in physics, but this is how it works in real life. Mm-hmm. And the great thing about it is people get to experiment with it, and they can ask their own questions. They can say, well, what happens if I do this? And they can find out. They can get their own answers.
They're actually doing their own experiments.
Which is the essence of science.
I know, and it's so exciting to see kids. When you see their eyes light up and they're working at this thing, and they all of a sudden they just are in earnest as to figure out why that's doing that, and can I do that this way? And
well,
I love it.
We had our first week of summer classes this week, and we were packed. We have summer classes all summer.
Great.
But,
can people still sign up?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
They can sign up online, or they can call, or they can sign up through proctors.
Okay.
There are lots of different ways to register for the classes. But the kids who were in the classes, the parents come get them between 5 and 5:30. Mm-hmm. But we had to stay open late because all the kids wanted to show their parents the dinosaurs as we were putting them up. So
how sweet, though. That's wonderful.
Nice.
So you're open 5 days a week now, or 6 days?
We'll be starting Friday. We'll be open every day.
Every day.
We're
7
open
days
9 to 5 for Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
And on Sunday we're open noon to 5.
Well, I was there for the Butterfly House, and I could not believe it was almost elbow to elbow in that museum. You have really got it generated into a place, an event place.
Well, there's a good team working there, and they do most of the real work. I just get to have the ideas, but we get a lot of help in the community.
Yeah, you do.
And I think everybody's ready for the museum to take off. And after about a year like this, we may have to build a new wing. We'll just see.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, you're going to tell us about that first, I hope.
I hope so.
Max Sudduth, he's the executive director over at miSci. We're using that name because it's really a museum of science and innovation and technology, is that correct?
Right.
And you're really trying to get people to think, and families, and
it's a good family, what we like
Yeah.
to call edutainment.
Yeah.
That is, if it's fun.
yeah. Do you have the tornado machine?
Yeah, we still
working?
have the hurricane machine
Or
where you
hurricane.
can go inside and see what it's like to be in a hurricane if you want to.
Yeah, well, it's better to be in your little hurricane than anybody else's.
Safer.
It's much safer. Take some time, and one thing we didn't even talk about was the planetarium. They have a
Yeah.
wonderful planetarium.
Yeah, we
with
have
the Godot machine.
The Godot machine is excellent stars, and just recently the moon looked closer than it is.
Yeah.
That's really tied in with our vision exhibit because it's sort of an optical illusion. Everybody thinks it looks bigger, and there's an explanation for it. But if you take a picture of it with the camera, you can't see any difference in size.
Well,
So-
let me ask you this, because they talk about harvest moons, and when it comes up, it like fills the entire. That's just really an optical illusion.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because it's at the horizon.
It's lower moon, full moons tend to look bigger.
Bigger. They
It's a
do.
matter of
They look
perspective.
huge.
It's something the ancient Greeks knew a lot about, perspective.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway, just look at that moon, because it's just, there's nothing nicer
But the
than a moon.
planetarium is great because you can see what the stars are like tonight, and then we have some shows that are for little kids, and we have some shows that are for families, and it's an experience you don't want to miss. But looking at the sky seems to be very popular, and from time to
is.
time we have star parties where you can come look at the
A star
telescopes.
party, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Check it out. Lots going on at the museum. Go to their website, miSci.org,
Org.
and find out what they have going on, because it's all listed right there. And pick and choose and go on and check it out. You got great places to bring your kids for the summer, winter, fall. They've got something going on all the time.
And if you buy a family membership, you can get in free all year round.
There you go. Do it. Do it now. Right?
Yeah.
Max, so good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Good.
Thanks
We'll
for
have you.
having us.
Good. And we're going to be showing more about those dinosaurs all throughout the show.